Hello and welcome to Tech Deals Game Performance Review Time, The Division. We're playing The Division today on the $400 Acer Aspire T desktop computer. I have previously reviewed this computer, link in the video description below, but basically for $400 this is an incredible value for the money. You get an Intel i5-6400 CPU. This is the 6th generation chip from Intel, true quad core, 4 cores, 4 threads, up to 3.3 gigahertz. It is an excellent CPU for gaming. Now this system comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM. I have upgraded it to 16. And we have installed an EVGA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti 4GB graphics card. Videos on how to do both of those are in the video description below. A full playlist of videos on this computer are down there. Other game performance reviews, a full review of the system, Windows setup, Windows performance review, it's all down there. Now we're playing today at 1080p Full HD resolution, medium detail preset, anti-aliasing is turned on, and VSync is turned off. Fraps was used for the minimum, maximum, and average game performance numbers that you will see at the end of this video. It was not, however, used to capture the video you're watching. Instead, an HD60 Pro external hardware capture card was used to record the video that you're watching. There is no performance loss for the video being captured. In fact, the computer doesn't even know it was being recorded. The numbers in green at the top left corner of the screen are from MSI Afterburner, a free program that you can download and run yourself to see what your computer's doing in real time. The first line, GPU, well, that's our GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. It is running at 99%, which means, well, okay, 96% there. It's using all of its compute power in order to draw the graphics. The 1050 Ti in the Division is the primary limitation to more performance. A faster card would run it faster, but again, this is a inexpensive gaming setup, which is why we're running the 1050 Ti. The temperature of the GPU is just under 60 degrees Celsius. This is actually a very cool running graphics card. There's only a single fan on it, which you can see if you watched my video card installation video, but basically there are no temperature issues with this card installed in this computer. And then you can see the clock speed just under 1800 megahertz of the GPU itself. The next line, line 2, is the VRAM or video RAM on this card. We are using about 2.3 gigabytes of video RAM on this card. Now this is a 4 gigabyte card. Could you play the Division on the 2 gigabyte version, the GTX 1050? Yes, you could. You would be a little short of VRAM, but it would play about the same. Slightly slower, 10 to 15% slower, but it would play. You might want to turn one or two of the details down. You don't have to set the whole game to low detail preset. You might change one or two small details down or turn anti-aliasing off, and that would get you down to the 2 gigabyte level. The CPU, we are currently running 70-75% usage, which means we're using 3 of our 4 cores. The Division does use more than 2 cores, depending on how much is going on the screen, whether you have other players around. While it will run on a 2-core processor, this game and many others that have been released in the past year or two really do want to see 4 cores, and so I no longer recommend dual-core chips for top-of-the-line AAA gaming titles such as Battlefield 1, The Division, etc. Temperature of the CPU is very cool. Look at that, we are under 50 degrees Celsius. For a 4-core processor, an i5 running in a budget build computer system with a simple fan. There is no fancy cooling in this computer. In fact, there are not even any case fans, just the power supply fan. That's really, really good temperature on the CPU. Main system RAM. We're using 6.5 gigabytes of our main system RAM. Would this run if we did not upgrade from 8 to 16? Sure, it would run just fine. Now please note, this is a completely clean test system. There is nothing else running on this computer, nothing in the background, no web browsers open. I don't have anything installed except for the games that we are testing. It is also worth noting that this copy of Windows is also a very fresh installation. Once your copy of Windows is 6 months old, once you've got a dozen different programs installed, you have things running in the background, your RAM usage is going to creep up over time. Furthermore, Windows will use the available RAM as a disk cache. It will keep frequently accessed information from the hard drive or solid state drive in system RAM and improve the overall performance of the machine. Finally, you can see the real-time frame rate, which is between 50 and 60 frames per second, at least at the moment. It has performed really nicely. Now, if you want more performance, if you want a minimum of 60 frames a second, no problem, set the detail settings to low. But this was very smooth and very playable. I didn't have any issues with it. You can certainly adjust it to suit your personal preference. But if the question is, can you buy a basic $400 pre-built computer, put a $150 graphics card in it, and play games like The Division? The answer is yes, you can. In fact, our average frame rate was 56 frames per second with a minimum of 41 and a max of 63. Very good performance, totally smooth, very, very playable. There was no point in that at which there was any hesitation or input lag, any hesitation of the computer to respond. That was a very pleasurable experience. Like this video if you like it. Don't if you don't. Remember to subscribe to my channel using my big huge red button directly below this video. Questions and comments are in the comment section below. And as always, check out the video description. A link to Amazon.com where I bought this computer and so should you is down there. It's an excellent value for the money, as well as links to the full playlist on this computer showing you the video card installation, RAM installation, system review, etc. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.